So you're thinking about moving to Carolina Forest. Today we're going to discuss 10 important things you need to know before moving here. Hey guys, it's Jeremy Blanton with RE/MAX Southern Shores, and today we're going to discuss 10 important things you need to know before moving to Carolina Forest. Carolina Forest is a great area here in the Myrtle Beach area. Close to Myrtle Beach, you still have a Myrtle Beach address, but you're outside city limits and you got so many opportunities and things to do. And so today we're going to discuss 10 of those items, so let's get going. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is that Carolina Forest has a lot less tourism and tourist traps than other sections of the beach like Myrtle Beach, Surfside, North Myrtle, and other places in the area. This is west of the waterway. In between Myrtle Beach and Conway is this little section that is nestled in here, which has great communities with a lot of things to do, and you're outside of the tourist area, and so you can live here year round, not realizing that you have all of these tourist traps nearby. Alright, so the second thing you need to know about living in Carolina Forest is this. Your weather is going to be a lot less severe than if you lived over along the coast. You're not going to get the requirement to be mandatory evacuation if a hurricane's coming through. You're not going to have flooding happening and all of that issues and troubles that you may see along the coastline. What this means to you is that you're also going to have a lot lower property insurance than if you were in those areas, which is a huge advantage, and you get to stay put during extreme weather. In 20 years of living here, I've never seen a requirement of Carolina Forest to be mandatory evacuated. Third thing that I wanted to talk about is that you're going to see a lot more house for your money in this area. When you're purchasing something, I always tell people this, if you're buying something close to the big blue ocean, you're going to get a lot less house for the price because the land alone costs much more. When you come west of the waterway into Carolina Forest, you can find large homes like my clients did from Rhode Island. They bought a house here that was brand new, 3,500 square feet for right around $350,000. We take that same house, move it over close to the beach, and it easily goes up to triple that price. The fourth thing that I wanted to talk about is that you're going to have a much quieter type of living. When you're over inside the city limits of Myrtle Beach, you're right downtown where all the action is happening all year round from people who are visiting the area, enjoying all of the amazing things that Myrtle Beach has to offer. But when you come over to the west of the waterway, it's just like if you lived in any small town around the country. It's quieter, much more relaxed, much more laid back. I can set up a fire pit in my backyard and sit out back and relax and enjoy the peacefulness which you don't get when you're inside the city limits. Alright, so the fifth thing that I want to talk about is that you still have that Myrtle Beach address. I live in Carolina Forest myself, and my address ends Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 29579. But the big advantage is that I'm outside city limits, so I don't have to pay all of those extra fees and extra taxes that if you lived inside the city. We're part of the county out here, and so it makes expenses a lot less. Alright, so the sixth thing that I wanted to talk about, which is kind of one of the big downfalls of being in Carolina Forest, is this. You're not quite as close to the beach, but you still, with a 10 to 15 minute drive, get to go right over to the beach and be within one of the best parts of the beach. My favorite section, known as the Golden Mile. I've done videos on it before. You can check them out right here, or you go click right here and you can watch the video that I did before of it, and you can see this is a great section of the beach, about a 1.5 mile long stretch of just $1 million plus homes, and it is the best place, in my opinion, to go and relax because you're outside all of the hotels and resorts, and there's plenty of space for you and your group to spread out and enjoy the Atlantic Ocean. Number 7, even though you're outside farther away from all the tourism of Myrtle Beach, you still have plenty of things to do in the area. There is the 501 Tanger Outlet, so if you need to go shopping, you can take a trip over there and find just about anything you need. If you need groceries, there are multiple shopping centers in Carolina Forest for you to go pick up groceries. You can run down to the Kroger on one end, go to Food Lion at the other end, there's a Lowe's Foods, there's a Publix, there's just about anything and everything that you would need inside the 29579 zip code. Number 8, you're still close to the airport. From Carolina Forest, you can make it over to Myrtle Beach International Airport within a 10 to 15 minute drive. So if you're planning to take that trip and go travel the world, you have easy access to do it. I know many of my clients who've bought a home in the area that have to travel for work. They love being in the Carolina Forest area because they're still just a few minutes away from the airport to get that ride they need to go to wherever they need to for work. Number 9, inside Carolina Forest, you still have opportunities to get out and play the greens. There are multiple golf courses inside this 29579 zip code where you can go play around and never have to leave your backyard. And number 10, the final thing that I want to share is this. There are plenty of housing opportunities in the Carolina Forest area. Whether you're looking for a condominium, a townhouse with a garage, a semi-detached home where you can have shared walls with just 2 or 3 units, or a single family home, there are options to meet just about any and every budget that you can think of out there here in the Carolina Forest area. We have everything that you can think of in here depending on your price range. So it's a great section of the beach to think and consider your place of living, and I would highly recommend checking it out. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If so, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, get that bell on, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.